recovery show. What are you addicted to? Hello, welcome to the Richard's Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. What are you addicted to? Welcome to the Richard's Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is London Richards. What are you addicted to? Hello and welcome to the Richard's Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. What are you addicted to? Hello, welcome to the Richard's Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is Leonard Richards. What are you addicted to? Can you hear me? I had no audio on my last live. Hello, you must be able to hear me. Yes? Yes. Awesome. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Doing good. That's great. Nice. That's fantastic. 16 days. Let's go. Sarah, 16 days sober. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is London Richards, and 16 days is farther than so many people get. And is day count important? In some circles it is, in some circles it's not. If you had a real struggle though, you're counting your days, because every day is a victory, every day is a celebration. And so welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name's London Richards. What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? Sarah is not addicted to anything. She's been sober for 16 days. Amazing. Amazing. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is London Richards. What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? I'm going to be covering a concept called rock bottom. What is your rock bottom? Why that approach is inefficient for us as recoveries or ex-addicts, and what we should really call it, because it really is something else other than rock bottom. As addicts, all we have to do is grab some dynamite. We're really good at getting dynamite, which is whatever our addiction is. Oh. Rest in peace, Uncle Larry. Yeah. Not sure what was going down there, but wish we were connecting under better circumstances there, Cole. I don't know if that was recent or... But yeah, may God's peace be over you, and may God be with you in this time. If you care to expound, great. And are you personally struggling with anything? I'd like to know. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name's London Richards, and we're talking about hitting rock bottom. People say this in recovery when they've had a traumatic experience in their life and they are forced to re-examine, to change because of consequences, and life can no longer be the same. This is what hitting rock bottom is. Problem with hitting rock bottom is that we can get dynamite and blow it up and find a new rock bottom. Imagine your rock bottom and then make it worse. Put a traumatic body injury into that, losing a limb, having an illness where you have X amount of time to live, losing a child, going bankrupt. Rock bottom can always get worse. Instead, what we experience due to our addictions are what I like to call and define as ruptures. The rupture. What is the rupture? The rupture is a sequence of events, and 30 days before the rupture, addiction usually intensifies. All the warning signs are there. Stop, stop, stop. But because we're in our addiction, we're blind, and we're looking at our life as this is the routine. I have to do this because of this. Anybody looking at our addiction, and by the way, welcome to the Richards Recovery Show where freedom is possible. My name is Leonard Richards, and we're talking about rock bottom and how rock bottom is really a weak approach to when traumatic events happen to us because of our addiction. What we really experience is a rupture. By the way, if you're on here, what are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? Do we just have a bunch of clean and sober people watching this right now? If we do, praise God. Welcome to the club. Or maybe you're welcoming me to the club. That's great. Praise God. When we have a rupture in our life, 30 days before the rupture, and I know this from my own experience because before I was clean and sober, I have been relapsing on everything you could imagine for 15 years. So I know this very well. I know this pattern very well. Nobody's taught this to me. Nobody's explained this to me. Nobody sat down and told me, like, this is what's going on. It's always after I've destroyed my current situation to the point where I literally have to go and be without a car, a phone, and money in a year-long residential rehab. Nobody's told me this or explained this to me. 30 days before the rupture, the traumatic event that takes place where we have to re-examine everything in life is not the same, the addiction intensifies through time, money, and amount. The amount of whatever we're doing intensifies. The warning signs are there. The addiction is intensifying because that's what addiction does. It never stays the same. It's like the market. Okay, it intensifies and it starts to, what am I addicted to? Nothing other than coffee. I am clean and sober. Thank you for asking. Is Larry okay? Don't know. Nice. Bella. Nice. The 30 days before the rupture, the addiction is intensifying. Its job is to kill us, destroy us, and to kill and destroy people around us. And then the rupture happens, that traumatic event that makes us re-examine everything and causes consequences in our life. And we call it rock bottom, but it's really not rock bottom. I thought you were in them perk 30s for a second. Yeah, so definitely done a lot of Percocet, but more fentanyl was my thing. That was kind of my season with opiates, fentanyl. Three fentanyl overdoses. I put 2 tablets in a bong one time and hit them, and that was a traumatic overdose. So when we have our rupture in our life, there's really only 2 things that take place after that. There's really only 2 things. Okay, 1, we throw more dynamite on our rock bottom. Okay, and we keep blowing ourselves into hell. Okay, because that's what rock bottom is. Or we can change, be delivered from addiction, turn our life and will over to God. And man, I mean, since we're on the topic, since we are going there, I like to use the get-free baby steps. Some people, some folks, okay, have done this and they don't even know they've done it. And I'm not talking about 12 steps. 12 steps is great. That might be a part of what it is that you need to do. But the get-free baby steps is something that you can do right now. It's completely free. It's 0 obligation, but it is going to save you. It will save your life, and it's the only way. You're either gonna work these 5 steps in this time right now, or you're gonna continue to blow yourself into hell. Because when you believe in rock bottom, when you believe that you can just build on up, I'm just gonna build on up from this rock bottom. Guess what? I'm here to tell you that doesn't work. It does not work. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. We are talking about hitting rock bottom. And my question for you is, what are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is London Richards. My question for you is, what are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? We say rock bottom, but the problem with rock bottom is that we use dynamite, whatever addiction is, to blow ourselves farther and farther into hell. 30 days prior to our rock bottom, or better defined as our rupture, traumatic events caused by addiction, our addiction intensifies. The rupture happens, life is not the same, and we have two options. We can continue to blow ourselves to hell and keep using, or we can work the get-free baby steps. What are the get-free baby steps? Admit you can't beat your addiction alone. Admit it. Number 2, turn your life fully to God. Number 3, eliminate access to your addiction immediately. Number 4, commit to a 12-month program. Outpatient, inpatient, make sure it's faith-based. If you have nowhere to go, do an inpatient. I recommend Teen Challenge. Rebuild your life with the right people. That's it. Those are the 5 steps. Those are the 5 baby steps. This is before 12 steps. This is right now, right here. You're either going to use right now or you're going to try and get free. You're going to be delivered by God. Admit you can't beat it alone. Turn your life fully to God. Eliminate access immediately. Commit to a 12-month program. Rebuild your life with the right people. That's it. Okay, welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London Richards, and I'm curious what you're addicted to. What are you addicted to? I'm waiting for somebody to share, to be honest and transparent. I'm waiting for the right person to share and be transparent and honest. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is London Richards. I'm clean and sober, but before I was a 15-year chronic relapser. We're talking about hitting rock bottom. The reality, though, is that rock bottom is a poor approach to what we experience as addicts. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. What are you addicted to? My name's London Richards. Before I was clean and sober, I was a 15-year chronic relapser on almost every drug you can imagine. Alcohol is my arch nemesis. We're talking about hitting rock bottom and how that's really a poor approach of our experience as addicts. What we experience are ruptures caused by our addiction. And usually there's a similar set of circumstances that happens 30 days prior to the rupture. And then there's a choice that we have about what the next 30 days are going to look like after the rupture. Consequences of the rupture are rarely things that we can stop. Like a DUI, for instance. It's one of the classic examples. I've been through a DUI. I got a DUI. I could not stop the court proceedings. I could not stop me having to pay money. I could not stop me having to get, an ankle monitor and be on house arrest. Okay? What could I control, though? I could control whether or not I was going to get another one, because another one would create a new rock bottom for myself. As addicts, we can go and get more dynamite and blow up our rock bottom and find new rock bottoms. I've done it for 15 years. Now I'm clean and sober. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name's London Richards. What are you addicted to? We got a lot. Step 3 of those baby steps is tough. There are so many liquor stores everywhere. Yes, there are. Yeah, and it's similar to porn. It's like, man, I can just watch porn on my phone anytime I want. I can just go grab a bottle anytime I want, or beer or wine, and so, you can't eliminate the liquor stores. And that's a great real life tactical statement. That's really true, right? And that's really where all 5 steps, you can do all 5 steps right now, basically. Can you commit to a 12-month program right now? I mean, not maybe right in this moment, but literally tomorrow. For anybody watching this, I could literally hook you up and get you set up where you'll pay no money in a residential 12-month long program that is faith-centered, where your life would completely change. Or if you don't have the luxury of being able to stop what you're doing, right? Because some people are completely functioning. They're paying bills, they're going to work every day. I've done both. I've been completely living on a couch and had to get residential help, but I've also been on the other side of things where it's like, okay, right now, I cannot go. I got a daughter. I got child support. I'm a dad. I cannot go into a 12-month long residential program halfway across the country. Hawaii, Alaska. I can't do that. That's not the season of life I'm in anymore. And, my current living situation is stable enough where I don't have to do that. I'm not homeless. Some people are. You can't do the 12-month program right now, but tomorrow you could. You could commit to a 12-month program. They're everywhere. I find myself trying to go a different route home after work to avoid going by the liquor stores. And yes, if you're in a small town, that could be super challenging. That's amazing. That is eliminating access. Driving a different way home. A lot of people would think of eliminating access as, I'm not going to have liquor in the house. Well, that's eliminating access. But it's really clear, like the Bible is full of great truths. And one truth is, hey, cut off your hand if it causes you to sin. It's not a literal thing, it's a concept, okay? Driving home a different way from work to avoid the marketing, to avoid the trap, is a great way to do it, right? I do believe that at some point you could experience a level of deliverance from cravings that would allow you to, even go have dinner at a restaurant where it's a sports bar, but a restaurant too. Or, I'm not saying go hang out at the bar, but there's bars and restaurants. And then sometimes there's this kind of like where it's like, half the restaurant is a bar, but then there's tables. And like you might want to go, enjoy a burger or something without consuming alcohol, right? Maybe that's not a good plan right now, but at some point the Lord will deliver you. He's faithful. You can go and have deliverance prayer, and the Holy Spirit will give you supernatural power and heal you and take that out of you. There it is. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is Lennon Richards. We're talking about hitting rock bottom. We're talking about what that really is, what you can do. And there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people struggling. There's a lot of people that they don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know who they are. Have you heard of the Sinclair method? No, educate me. Sinclair method. Sinclair method. Welcome to, and the reason, by the way, for those of you watching, you and someone else, the reason I'm repeating myself is because when people are swiping by, they are determining whether or not they're going to enter the live, right? They're like, am I going to enter this live? Is this something I'm interested in or not? I don't want to just get a lot of viewers on here for the sake of having a lot of viewers. I'd like to connect, you know what I'm trying to do, Sarah. I'm trying to connect with somebody that is struggling, that is at a pivotal point where they can, you know, hear the words of Jesus and become free and saved. At some point, very soon, I am going to have a studio built. We're going to be doing, we're going to continue to do these lives. And we're going to start helping a lot more people. And I have a plan, because obviously I'm working on my sobriety, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to say it. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name's London Richards. The question is, what are you addicted to? Don't be ashamed. I want you to feel comfortable, but at the same time, we're as sick, literally, as our secrets. Confess it. Confess it, because it's time that addiction releases its grip on you. It's time that you are delivered. It is time that you are delivered from the trap, from the snare, from the sinister reality, from the hell of addiction. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name's London Richards. What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? We're as sick as our secrets. We're talking about rock bottom. It's a poor approach. What is the St. Clair method? I don't know. My recovery experience is with Teen Challenge and Celebrate Recovery. And, you know, there's so many rehabs. There's so many sober living, halfway house, recovery counselors, recovery coaches. And the big thing is, whatever program you work will work. And the question is, do you want to be free, or do you want to maintain? Do you want to be in recovery forever, or do you want to be free from your addiction? Because the Lord sets the captive free. Admit you can't beat it alone. Turn your life fully to God. I'm subscribed to someone on YouTube that always talks about it. Nice. Well, I can tell you real quick. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show. My name's Leonard Richards. This is where freedom is possible. What are you addicted to? What is your addiction? You're in the right place. We've all struggled. I've relapsed for 15 years. I'm clean and sober now. And we're talking about hitting rock bottom and how it's a poor approach. It really is a poor approach to what we experience. Baseball. Well, there you go. Now, it's funny that you bring that up. It really is. Baseball, can it be a physical dependency? No, but baseball could be similar to working out. In fact, it is a workout. It's a sport. It's more than working out. It's an entire industry. It's an entire culture, right? A lot of people are controlled by sports. So, I don't know if that's you. Hey, baseball is a lot better than meth. So good for you, man. Good for you. Man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Question, do you drink when you watch baseball? Do you drink? Who likes alcohol? Who likes a little alcohol? Little alcohol is no big deal. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. Oh no, I got you on my iPad. Got you on my iPad. Oh, hasn't come through yet. What I saw for, yeah. Yeah, and you know, ultimately, Sarah, this is kind of the thing. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I gotta look that up. The Sinclair method. I didn't get your text yet. That's okay. I'll get it. You know, ultimately, whatever program you work will work. Um, but being delivered. But there's a lot of value and life in being delivered from our addictions. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. Sent it on this chat. How did you send it on this chat? I don't know about that yet. I have no idea how to. I can read comments. Can you put it in the comments? Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London Richards. We're talking about rock bottom. What are you addicted to? What is it? Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, it was too long of a message. That's why. I learned that the hard way the other day. Oh, something popped on. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. My name is London Richards. What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? Sarah, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Sarah's a friend of mine. Great girl. We texted. And she put it on the chat. So this is public info. She's been sober from alcohol for 16 days. 16 days. We connected through here. She wanted to change in her life. And the Lord empowered her to make some changes. The Lord provided. God has a plan, a supernatural plan for our lives. And it doesn't stop with just getting sober. I can tell you that right now. 16 days. Oh yeah. Yep. That's pretty great. Pretty great. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London Richards. We're talking about hitting rock bottom and what it really is. It's a rupture in our life due to our addiction. You can nip it in the butt before it ruptures, but for most, we've had multiple ruptures, and we're just headed down a path for another one if we don't work the Get Free baby steps. Get Free baby steps. And yes, it's modeled after Dave Ramsey's baby steps. Those work, they're proven, they're effective, and they've touched millions. And I think we can really move into a place where people can put the right systems in place to experience God's deliverance from their addictions in their lives. I got one person on here other than you, Sarah, watching this, and I'm curious, who is it? How are you? And are you addicted to anything? This is a safe spot. I'm clean and sober, but I've been a chronic relapser for 15 years. Meth, alcohol. I didn't have an addiction to meth, but I just did a lot of it for a short time. 3 fentanyl overdoses, weed, cigarettes, porn, Asian massage parlors, sex addiction. Let's talk about that. Now, I want to stay focused. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. I was going to make the channel about my life and about real estate and about, what it's like being a sober real estate agent and blah, blah, blah. And I just prayed about it and thought about it and meditated on it. And it's like, let's get focused. Let's get laser focused on things that help people, that serve people. when you witness about what God has done in your life to others, it's a seed or a watering of a seed. See, the world wants us to be distracted with what's going on in the media, what's going on with trends, what's going on with social media, what's going on with work after work is over and there's nothing we can do about it. But God is looking to spend the most valuable asset that we have on earth with us, and that's our time. And we can't spend time with God if we're too busy getting high. Welcome to the Richard's Recovery Channel, recovery show where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London, and I'm clean and sober, and I'm curious, what are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? What are you addicted to? Yeah. It's a Monday night. So, Sarah, are you the only one watching this right now? Just curious. Are you the one that's watching this? Now sing Jim Carrey style. Oh, that's good. I don't know how to do that. Hey, so while I have you on here, someone popped on. Welcome to the Richard's Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is Leonard Richards. I'm clean and sober. What are you addicted to? Sarah says I'm the one. Yeah. So for whoever just popped on, we're talking about hitting rock bottom, how it's actually, really it's not a great approach to when a traumatic event ruptures our life that is from our addiction. I'm curious to know what you're addicted to, what you're struggling with, and if you'd feel comfortable sharing it. We are as sick as our secrets, and you deserve freedom from addiction. You shouldn't have to experiment anymore and then ultimately find death as a result of your research. You made a video singing that reminded me of Ace Ventura. Yes, that was great. That was a funny video. Yeah. So, while we're on the topic, big plans for the channel. Big plans for the channel. And I do feel comfortable, sharing it. Basically, I want to build out a studio in my space and do lives much more often, consistently. I want people coming in to the lives. I want to build them up. I might have to put some funding behind it, or maybe just let it grow organically. It kind of just depends. But we want to have the control test. It's a test that God and I developed, and it obviously comes from experience because that's been the big problem for me, and even just completing the first step in the Get Free Baby Steps which just so happens to be the first step of the 12 steps, is admit that I can't beat my addiction alone and that my life has become unmanageable. I didn't do that for so long. And the reason was because there was no credible evidence. Everybody else around me was like, dude, you're totally a mess. But there was no credible evidence. Nobody had ever actually educated me to say, you're an addict. But how do you know I'm an addict? And there wasn't a curriculum. And I'm not all about being curriculum driven and I want the Spirit of God to work and move. But if you're seriously, people the faith-based recovery approach never informed me of how I could know I'm an actual addict, because I'm thinking in my head, if I'm a new creation in Christ, Like, can't I have alcohol casually? Like, wouldn't that make sense? And it's like, no, take the control test. So the control test is a questionnaire. It's 5 questions. And if you answer yes to 2 of them, then you can know for sure you're an addict. Well, how do you know? Because I'm an expert at being an addict. I've been an addict for over 10,000 hours, or whatever the expert rule is. If you're doing something for 10,000 hours, you're an expert. I've been doing this thing for 15 years, thinking like, oh, maybe I'm not an alcoholic now. Well, I'm not an alcoholic right now, but alcohol is not for me. It's not for me, not even in moderation. Not even in moderation, because every time I drink, if I take the control test, what are those 5 questions? Those 5 questions, so I'm going to send you the link to the 5 baby steps. And it has the it has the control test at the end. The control test. Get free baby steps. Let's see. It's a great question. Deserves an answer. The control test. I gotta go to the PDF. They're so simple. It's so simple, but it's a very valuable exercise. Go to my Gmail. Yeah, so I got a little. I'm building my list here. Here we go. Yeah. Very cool. So yes, the control test. If you can't control it, it controls you. Number 1, do you use it to cope with stress or emotion? And Sarah, just answer these questions, but then just give me the results after. Do you use it to cope with stress or emotion? Yes or no? Mark your answer somewhere. Okay, or if it's a yes, just put a thumb like this, and do a finger. If it's a no, just keep it down. Number 2, that's how you can keep track. Number 2, have you tried to quit and failed? Have you tried to quit and failed? Number 3, do you feel defensive when it's questioned? Do you feel defensive when it's questioned? Number 4, could you stop for 30 days without negotiation? Could you stop for 30 days without negotiation? It's a great question. Number 5, do you hide it or minimize it? Do you hide it or minimize it? If you answered yes to 2 or more of these questions, something has control over you. Oh, yeah. There's always good news, though. The good news is you can work the Get Free Baby Steps. 5 simple steps to freedom. Recovery is a part of freedom, but it's not the end. The end is freedom. Recovery is the path. And deliverance... Hey, welcome to the club. Again, I think people, it's really, really interesting when we look at how widespread addiction is. The majority of people will never go into, they'll never go into a residential program. Majority of people. And that's why it is so important that we continue to create. Celebrate Recovery is one program. There are millions of people who are addicted, and there are not millions of people in programs. Celebrate Recovery is one angle. It's great. I go to it. I love it. Um, I never consider myself just an overconsumer. Yeah. Hey. And you know, I think it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm trying to find something here. You know, are you an addict? Are you an alcoholic? It doesn't really matter, right? You don't have to admit you're an alcoholic. You just have to admit that your life is unmanageable. Amen. Amen to that. God is so good. Man, that's so good. And that's why in the Get Free Baby Steps, because like when you and I were first talking, the only recommendation I had was to get into Celebrate Recovery. And that worked for you, but that's not going to work for everybody that we come into contact with. I want to make the Get Free Baby Steps available to not just for me to help people with, but for anybody who wants to help anybody with them. That's why there's a step. Commit to 12 months. Commit to 12 months. The group, the faith-based setting it's so much bigger than alcohol. It's so crazy how most of our addictions, our problems, our habits, our hangups are actually tied back to a sex addiction. And what really is a sex addiction? That's just a name. That's just a title, a label for sexual perversion that is in our lives. And we could have been a victim of it. We could have, made others a victim of it, right? But sex addiction and sexual perversion, right? Sexual perversion is sexual perversion. It's not one thing or the other. It's all sexual perversion, right? Intercourse or anything sexually related outside of the confines of marriage. How do we define marriage? Well, some people bring the state into it. That's most common, right? But the Bible doesn't say that you have to bring the state into it for it to be marriage, but you have to be committed and faithful and devout to one another. It's a covenant, not a contract. And it is amazing. I'm not saying that you're having that issue, right? But I'm saying how most people have a sexual issue. And that's how their addiction, everything stems from that. Image issues, codependency issues, substance. So that's really good. That's really, really, really good. I'm really excited for you, really happy for you that you're taking these steps. Working these steps. Totally. Right? That's good. Craving for affection. And affection is, anything ultimately that a human can fulfill in our lives, God can ultimately fulfill us. Right? Affection is major, especially for a woman. Affection is huge. At the same time, it says that the Holy Spirit is our comforter, right? And, who knows? You might find someone in Celebrate Recovery. Maybe you need to go to a different one because of someone maybe more in your bracket. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London Richards, and if you're thinking about tuning on into the live, we're talking about hitting rock bottom. We're talking about what that really is, what happens before, what happens during, and what can happen afterwards. There's really only two things that can happen afterwards. You can keep blowing yourself into hell with dynamite on that rock bottom, or you can turn the chapter, be delivered from your addiction, and live a new life. That's really it. Those are two options. There's no other option. There's no other option. I wish somebody would have told me this, because I always thought there was another option. I was like, wait, maybe there's another option where I can like live a normal life, but like, what's normal? Normal to me. I can live a normal to me life where I can maybe just not do this for a little bit and then have a normal life where I work and maybe have a drink every once in a while. Or I don't want to deal with this right now. I'll just not drink right now and then deal with if I'm going to drink later. And it's like, oh man. Oh man. Sobriety is way better anyways. Happy people who are happy, there might be 1%. And if you're a 1%er, get out of here. Man, I'm trying to hang, I'm here to serve, people. I'm going to be one of those ladies all dolled up at a grocery store. You know what? Put it before God. Give it to God. Give it to God. You turn your will and your future over to God, and you let Him do it in His timing. You're gonna go through the struggle. Really, you are. But once you can look back and see what God has done in your life with being sober, with healing you, with building up your identity, your confidence, building new habits of worship and faith and communion with the one true God, that's going to allow and open the door to a relationship that will be one that God puts together, and not one because you dolled up at a grocery store. Sure, physical attraction, it's real. But let God will it. Yeah, let God will it. I'm not a relationship expert. Okay, I'm divorced. But I am sober, and I know that God has a plan for our lives, and when we give it over to Him, He brings the people in our lives. Sometimes God just has a plan, and He makes it super, how should I put it, miraculous in how He executes the plan in our lives, right? Like, Sarah, us meeting is definitely miraculous in your life and in my life. Would you agree? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Yay, yay or nay? Yay or nay? Yay, yay or nay? 100%. God can do that with all your needs and everything that is going on. I was trying to find this thing that I have, but it's actually on my phone. My plans here for the channel this year, right? It's not going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to have a studio. We're going to do daily lives is basically the plan. Sure, they're not going to be big at first, right? I only have 182 subscribers and like 65,000 views on my channel. I'm going to keep doing my daily updates until I hit a year, and then I'm going to lay off that a little bit. We're going to do the daily lives, the Richards Recovery Show, where we talk about deliverance, recovery, substance, and the idea is I'd like and have a dream of building up the show where people actually call in and we hear them talk about, we're private with their information, of course, but we hear them talk about what they're going through. And we just give simple, it's simple, really. We have there's this, I have a simple advice. Admit you can't beat it. Admit your life is unmanageable. Well, if it is, then it is, and people will do it. Turn your life fully over to God. What else are you going to do? Continue to kill yourself and use? Most people believe in God anyways, but it's time to turn your life fully over to God. Eliminate access immediately, right? And people's questions and the things they're going through, like, oh, I just can't get sober. I keep relapsing. I keep doing this. And the conversation unfolds, and it's like, well, they have a girlfriend who, like, is dealing drugs out of their apartment. Okay, well, so if you want to stop relapsing and overdosing on pills, you're going to have to, like, kick her out of your apartment, bro. Right? These things will come up, right? And so have the lives, build those up to where we're helping people real time, and then obviously connect with them one-on-one later. Once I have more time, once I've completed more, been on a longer journey this time around, which I'm on a different planet this time. The Lord has got me on a different plan this time. I do want to have a weekly group. I want to have a support group that's similar to Celebrate Recovery, right? They're all the step studies are super similar, right? This will obviously be faith-centered, but I want to have a support group. I also want to have deliverance prayer. This is all virtual. So anybody around the world that can understand English, and maybe in different languages one day, I don't know. But I want to provide the baby steps free. I want to provide the control steps free. The other thing we want to do, the group is free. Deliverance prayer is free. The other thing I want to do is I want to create, because this is all just for the person struggling, but there's a lot of people, their friends, and especially family, right? There's a lot of, you, Jesus, ain't working, brother. Okay, brother. Hey, I appreciate you being on here. Appreciate your approach. Question, welcome, by the way, welcome to the show, Richard's Recovery Show, where freedom is possible. Are you addicted? Richard Stow the Trolling. Richard Stew the Trolling. I'm not sure what that means, brother. But my question for you, and again, love you, brother. Thank you for being on. What is it that you're addicted to? Do you have an addiction? Yay or nay? And while you're answering that, I'm going to continue what I was saying. So we want to have an intervention, like a faith-based intervention, not a filmed thing, but a resource for families. We want to have a resource for families that, have a kid, have a loved one, have an uncle, a grandpa, a parent that's going through active addiction, and that they can, have a system and have some awareness around, hey, how do I have an intervention, like a faith-centered, godly, Christ-centered, a Jesus Christ intervention. Like, what does that look like? Okay, because like there's that show where they do the interventions, and there's some pros and cons to that, right? So we want to have that resource for people. Obviously, this is all going to be on our website, and then we want to do, just some other stuff, some one-on-one stuff as well. And again, that's all like in time and in growth. And Fabian, brother. Brother, come on, open up the conversation, my man. What's going on? Fabian, what do we got going on? Do you struggle? Man, you're like 50% of my audience right now. Let's chat, dude. Let's talk it up. Yay, nay? You got something that you're struggling with, my man? Because I'll tell you right now, like, the number one reason that I am here today and not dead, incarcerated, or permanently disfigured. My daughter is in my life, and I weigh 205 pounds. Is because of Jesus Christ. All right, man. My bad for the chewing. I'm perfect. Don't worry. Wish you the best. Hey, appreciate you, bro. God bless you. Have a great day, night, wherever you may be at. And, yeah, take care. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London Richards, and but your face, too much smiling for that frame. Hey, I just shaved my beard, so, it's kind of a new look, right? Hey, always appreciate feedback. I always appreciate feedback, and I appreciate you participating in the conversation. Again, freedom is possible. What are you addicted to? I'm curious to know. I got my good friend Sarah on with me. We had Fabian on. He's perfect. It's an honor to meet you, Fabian. You look like a superhero, dude. Like at least good skin, brother. Hey, I don't know what the secret is. I don't even wash my face. Don't tell anybody. I'm kind of a simple man on a simple plan. Fabian, talk to me. So, like, when we get into the topic, right, of addiction, what comes to your mind? What things come to Fabian's mind, his perfect mind? Fabian's perfect. But when I say the word addiction, what comes to mind? I can only wait. I can only imagine what comes into his mind. I am going to wrap this up here. We've been chatting for an hour. It's been good. Every live is a good live. And if you just popped on, welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name's London Richards. I've been a chronic relapser for 15 years. I'm clean and sober now. We're talking about hitting rock bottom and how that's really kind of a myth. There's no such thing as rock bottom. There is ruptures in our life caused by our addiction. There's the 30 days before, there's the 30 days after, and there's what happens after the rupture takes place. A rupture can be traumatic. It's going to take things away from you. It's going to set you back. The consequences are unstoppable, but what you do and who you become defines the next chapter and whether or not you continue to put dynamite on your rock bottom and blow yourself into hell. Yeah, we got this thing going on. If you're not clean, if you're not sober, and like, here's the thing. It's so my right, and it's so my my lane to be describing these concepts the way I am with the certainty and the confidence that I am, because I've burned it down so many times. The alcohol, the weed, the fentanyl, the coke, the Adderall. I had this nasty Adderall cocaine thing when I was much younger, working in restaurants and stuff. And it was insane. I would get up at 3 a.m. You said you look like a superhero, dude. Read my shit, bro. Okay, here's the reality. Excuse me for cussing. I didn't get your comment. It was probably, or whatever you put in, it was probably too long. That's why I didn't get it. So you got to make a shorter version. So if you put something in, great. If you didn't, great. Fabian's a great name, by the way. I really like that name, Fabian. I actually had a buddy named Fabian for a while. Great name. Okay, short. I made a whole verse. Nice. Okay. All right. We got Fabian in the house. Fabian, I got to be real with you, my man. Addiction equals priority. There you go. Okay, what do you mean by that? Not too long, not too short, just something in the middle. What do you mean by that? There's a reason you're here, by the way, Fabian. I don't know what it is. But you didn't stumble across it. The chances of you coming onto this live tonight, Fabian, they're insane. The chances, I have no idea what. Will. What's up, Will? Will Chandler. That's another strong name as well. Will, I don't know what it is. Bro, the name Fabian is crap. It's so good. It's hilarious. Oh, man. Man, that's not true, but that's really funny. Fabian, don't know what your nickname is. I'm not going to start guessing because I don't know, but the chances of you being on this live, what are the chances of somebody coming across my live on YouTube?
When you're live on YouTube, the chances of someone stumbling onto your stream depend on a few factors. If you already have subscribers, they might...
Okay. I don't have a lot of subscribers. Give me the simple math for a new channel.
For a brand new channel, it's mostly about discoverability. You'd rely on YouTube surfacing you through...
Great, just cut to the chase. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. What are the numbers? What are the chances? I know you can't give me exact, just give me an estimation.
All right, super rough ballpark. If you're just starting out with no subscribers, you might only get a handful of random viewers, maybe in the single digits. If you have a catchy topic or trending keyword, maybe a few dozen. Without prior visibility, it's honestly a very low percentage chance. Think fractions of a percent.
Fractions of a percent.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Okay, bro, I'm 6'8", tall and jacked, like... No steroids, just big dude. And the name just kills me. It sounds like a nerd. Dang. I hear you, bro. So that's great. So you're about a foot taller than me. Now, so you're jacked. So you hit the gym. What's your squat, by the way? What do you squat? And yeah. Anyways, I think we're kind of getting off topic here. But yeah, I'm curious to know what your squat is. Welcome to the Richards Recovery Show, where freedom from addiction is possible. My name is London Richards. I'm from Switzerland, dude. It's 3:30. Okay, 3:30. Nice. Is that for reps? Pure calisthenics. There we go. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, bro. So 3:30. Okay. Is that for reps, or is that just like a 1 rep PR? 3:30 is good, dude. That you know. No, the time. Oh, 3:30 a.m. Or is it p.m.? Okay. Well, cool, man. Thanks for the time. Great chatting with you. You guys, appreciate you being on here. I love you all, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless. Take care. Bye, Sarah.